Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is episode 33 of our Transport Fever 2 Let's Play. If you guys are new to the series, definitely check out some of the older videos. Subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on this series as well as others. We will go through a quick recap of episode 32, and then we'll get into the video. Alright, so we are just arriving here in Hythe. An excellent city that we've actually been doing quite a bit of work in recently. We just arrived on the Skelton to Hythe branch of our mainline passenger train, coming up this pretty steep hill. And this is kind of going to bring us to the first thing we're going to work on today. But first, let's go over what we did in the previous episode. So, in the last episode, we fixed this slope, quote unquote fixed. We added a whole ton of new buses. So just to kind of show you what we've got. Oh, I duplicated one of those. Not what I meant to do. That's okay. We got these Mercedes-Benz O6600s quite fast compared to our old buses. So we went through and replaced some of those. We developed a huge iron ore train, which was, you know, the pride of last episode was definitely this facility here. This rail yard with this huge iron ore train with a double no-hab at the nose. And I believe, yeah, this train is almost 500 meters long. And it's actually performing very well. It is bringing in, let's see if I can highlight this. I don't know. It's like 12.6 million. So it is performing quite well. And then we also come up here to Ferry Hill. We added in an airport. Very exciting. Let's see. Yeah, this airport runs over to Reading, which is great. Not sure how the passengers are. Yeah, it doesn't look like too much as of now, but hopefully, yeah, we got 9 passengers heading down there now. So hopefully we can get a little bit of traffic coming through this airport. Anyway, some stuff that we wanted to work on today. So let's make our way back over to Hythe. Tom Jones left a comment pointing out that we should just do an overpass here, like a flyover. Why would we not? Truthfully, like, it would eliminate this whole need for this crossover. We're already elevated. So that's completely what we're going to do. So let's delete a lot of this. So we will just come through here. Let's see if I can put that back in without... Yeah, I totally can. Alright, so we'll put that in. Let's delete this track out of here. Probably quite a ways back, truthfully. Probably completely back to the station, if we're being honest. We are going to still end the high-speed rail right here. Simply because this is still where we're going to branch off. So let's branch off here. We'll keep it above 50 miles an hour because I think that that's a good speed. And now let's start to just kind of move off to the side here and go up. Not quite sure how much we need to go up. But now I'm kind of curious. We just grab this and connect that there. I understand that we have a pillar colliding. I understand. See if I do that. Now there's no pillar colliding. How's that slope look? Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I think it looks better. I mean, you know, I'm not sure, but I think it does. So I'm going to branch off track just so that I can delete this out and make this fill. And then we'll have a bridge here, and I like that a lot. So let's come through here with some paint. Just gonna add this in here, and then we'll come back and kind of clean it up. So let's come back in here with some grass. Take the probability down a little bit. Just kind of feather this in. And by feather, I mean pretty aggressively. Add it in, and then let's go to an even less likely. And just get that in there. And then let's go to our terrain tools, and we're just going to give this a couple light clicks just to make that a little bit better. And then if we come in here to our ballast, is that too much? No, I think that that looks really good actually from the ground level. Okay, so that is project number 1. And this is still could not connect all stations. All right, let's see why. Why could you not connect all stations? Double switch, there we go. All right, and we are now fixed, although we do need to add in the signals here. So this will be a let's see, non-one-way signal right there. And then we will have a one-way signal here. Let's see how we're doing for spacing. Yeah, might as well just add that one there. Add one there. One way there. I think we're good to go. Yeah. That looks good to me, so we can resume this game. Now we have a nice flyover here, and I think that that will work very nicely. Perfect. Okay, so another project that we are going to be working on today. We are going to be working on this rail station right here, and it will involve a pretty big overhaul of this, and then of some other stations directly connected to this one. So let's go ahead and pause. Actually, we totally don't need to, for the beginning at least. We're going to delete this out, and then we are going to expand this station. So it's currently 6 long, and that's 320 meters. So if we go 12 long, that will be 640 meters. And that is what we're going to do. Let's get some platforms in here. Go. And I would love to be able to get a cargo building in here, but I just don't think it's going to work. Let me see. If I delete that road, it's probably so unnecessary. Let's pause this, just because I really want to get this to fit. So let's come in here. Let's delete these. Let's kind of shift them further down here. Like that. And then let's get our road in here. So if I grab roads like this... Alright, so it can be done. At least I think it can be done. Alright, let me see. If I remove that, pull this road out here. Alright, so I don't really like the way that that curved. So what I'm gonna do... I really don't know why I'm making such a big deal out of this, but... Alright, let's see. Let's get rid of this road. Let's pull this one across. And then, can I not make that connection? Yeah, of course not. Man, this just doesn't really want to work, does it? But I really want that connection there. Tell you what. Let's do this. I actually was thinking about if we added in another stop. Specifically for the con mat. We can add an exit in there. Delete that. We'll add an entrance in there. And then we can add an exit right in there. Like that. And then why don't we shift this? Let's see. Red Ruth, Conmat, Truck. Do not go to Lower Hythe. Go here. Instead. Perfect. And why don't we, instead of doing this one-way nonsense, why don't we actually just add that in? That way they can just turn around. But that will still just be an exit. Okay, so we now have an enormous station here. But more than that, I think we have the opportunity over here to make a little maintenance yard, potentially. So why don't we do a 30-mile-an-hour curve? And then we'll just kind of connect right in there, like so. We'll bring these two tracks around. Like so. But then we will merge these tracks in. So let's bring this third track around. If I were to grab this, we can merge that in there. And if I carry this on, so that's too much curvature, but we could merge this one in here. Potentially not. Alright, so we'll just have one track coming in here. Yeah, and that actually makes sense because this track is coming off of our main line running down towards Carshalton. So if needed, they could come in here. I just lied. It's the other track. Which I don't know if I can get. Yep, I can do that. And then I could actually merge in like that. Okay. So then we can merge in there. Merge in there. And now we are into this area here. Where, why don't we branch off here? And then we can branch off straight like so. Back that off. Let's just see how far we really need to go. And I just really want to get these to line up and look halfway decent. That one looks really bad because of the slope. Yeah, and those look okay. But then if we go into assets and we go into our buildings, why don't we get some of our buildings here? Just to kind of, you know, fill in over here so we can just make it look interesting. I'm just going to give a couple taps just to try and flatten out this terrain here. Makes the assets look a little bit better. Let's see. Yeah, so like this is like a giant warehouse type deal. I wonder how it would look to have the rail actually entering this building. Like that. And then I wonder if we came over here and grabbed a car. Yeah, those are too tall. Okay, so that won't work. But let's see what else we can do. We do have some nice buildings here. These are the food buildings. Food buildings are interesting. I like the way that they look. Let's see what else we got. I really like the machine buildings. You know, I think that they kind of tie in well. So let's see if we were to do something like that. And then they continue to burn, which I actually like. And then we could come over here. And we can kind of tie some of these in. You know, make them look a little interesting. So let's see. Because, you know, this is like kind of a maintenance yard. You don't really know kind of what they're working on over here. You just kind of know that they are. Or at least in theory they are. Maybe they got like a little shack here. And then let's come in here. So if we go to paint tools now, take like a little bit of dirt with a big brush, but a really low, a little bit higher, 0.2. Just get some dirt all throughout here. And then if we come through here, maybe a little grass gravel going on. It look good. A little bit of ballast. And then I'll actually come over here with some asphalt and a small brush, but bring the frequency really far up. Let's see, maybe not that one. That one. Yeah, I kind of like that one. And we can actually go ahead and kind of tie some of these buildings together. Let's see, so we'll have like a crossing here. And then if we come back over here with some ballast. Yeah, I like that. And then as far as, you know, how they get over here, I don't know. I might actually just kind of give them a road over here. Country road, maybe. So, like, maybe a country road kind of branches off here and makes its way down. To this facility, like so. And then let's come over here, just like over the top of this whole thing. It's just some grass. Just that when you kind of get down here, it looks like it's fairly worn. And then let's get some cars. So, we go to boxcar, 1950. That's Asia. Let's see, boxcar, 1950. And then let's go down black car. And then if we keep going down, gondola. Probably add a few of those here. And then what else do we have? Tank car. Yeah, something like that. And that's like a nice little rail yard in there. And it kind of connects into this facility. And now we have some monster platforms here to work with. And I think the first place that we're going to work with them is heading down here to Red Ruth to supply the con mat. So, if we come in here now and we delete out a chunk of this track, and we're going to delete out pretty far just because it's going to change the approach. Let's make this platform larger. So it's currently 320. And so it's 6 segments, 320 meters long. So that means that each segment, is it 320 or is it 3? How long is this thing? Yeah, 320. Oh, and I'm crazy. 320 is not 6 segments. 320 is, what, 8 segments? Let's see, there we go. Yep, 320 is 8 segments. Okay. So each segment being 40. This platform over here is 12 segments long. So this can accommodate a 480 meter train. So if we come down here now, and we just kind of take a look here, let's modify this, and let's go. So that is now 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. So let's get 2 more on there. Like that. And then I'm going to add in another track here. And this truck stop is in the way of the plan. That's okay, actually. I don't think this track needs to necessarily run all the way in. But anyway, we're going to add this track in here. Let's grab this track. Let's tie it in there. I think we will back this out just a little bit more. Get a nicer curve in there. And then let's come through here, grab our paint tools. Bring that back up. And blend it in. Okay. So we have this pretty big track now, or this pretty big platform now, station. I do want to just add in a few cars here. So this these should be flat cars with side stakes, because they are. This is the Conmat line running down here to Red Ruth. So let's get, you know, kind of a couple groups of flat cars with side stakes on here. And, you know, maybe we can change it up, throw a boxcar on there at some point. You know, nothing too crazy. Throw a couple right up at the front too. You never know. You never know what's been dropped off down here. But anyway, so this line is now running in here, but this train, if we come over here, so Red Ruth Conmat, this is going to get swapped out completely. And we are going to go once again with the double no-hab at the lead, and then flat cars. And we said that this was a 480 meter platform. So why don't we bring it up to 434 meters in length and see how it performs. I think it will perform quite well. It is still accelerating, so we'll have to see. But I'm very excited for that. I love the big trains, and I think that that build that we did last episode with Reading was a super fun build, in my opinion. So I am very excited to see how this performs. I like the way that the big trains work in this game. Let's take a look at the demand in Red Ruth and see. Yeah, so we actually do need to get some trucks on here. We never have, just because it was kind of always in catchment. But that is no longer the case. So this facility catches there. So we're going to have trucks come out. Maybe stop there. That'll actually get pretty good catchment there. But I kind of want them to run like that. And we'll have them wait for a full load forever before they head up there. And this will be a truck route, Red Ruth Conmat. Perfect. And let's get some trucks on there. So if we go to our cargo, we can get the sour with side stakes. Maybe 3 of them. Bright red. Red Ruth Conmat. There we go. This is a very busy area. What are these? These are Red Ruth Bustafari. Interested to see how busy this line is. 56. Yeah, it's fairly busy. That's for sure. One thing that is very busy is this ferry. But we do have the upgraded ferry on there, so it seems to be doing pretty well. Okay, perfect. So now that we have the upgraded combat, and it is flying down here, so I'm very excited to see that. Let's just see the drop off here in Red Ruth. See how we do financially. I am a huge fan of the double no-hab at the nose. I think it is a great look. It's very, I know these are European trains, but it's very American, the double diesel, as it comes into Red Ruth here. Let's see how we do financially on this line. I'm eager to see, because it drastically increased the expense. Yeah, and it drastically increased the benefit as well. So, very excited for that. We'll have to see if this can keep up in terms of the actual combat production. It looks like we could actually get a few more vehicles on here, picking up the stone. So we will send a few more down there in order to do so. But the other place that combat is being delivered, and I'm actually curious. Yeah, this is going to level up again. The other place demanding combat is Norton on Derwent. So, why don't we, because I believe that this just has one train on it. Yes, it does. So why don't we improve the delivery ability? So the question is, do we want to edit the existing train and just bump the tracks down, or do we want to add a whole new station altogether? And as crazy as it sounds, I'm going to add a whole new station altogether. And I can kind of explain the reasoning. And this is going to have no catenary on it. The primary reasoning is kind of dumb, truthfully, but I want to make the merge after this road crossing, which does need just a little one of those. I want to make it after this road crossing. That's pretty much it. I know, it kind of seems like a stupid reason to start to rip out your whole city, but that's okay. We kind of exist on stupid reasons. Now, that being said, I don't know how big of a platform I can fit here. So that's 320. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8. That's 10. And that is 12. Now the question is, can we actually merge in this existing track and have it still look good? What is that slope like? Oof, that slope is pretty aggressive. So, let me see. What if we kind of just redid this from the get-go? Just a little bit of it. No, I don't want to redo it. That's kind of part of the reason. Alright, so what if we put a track there, and then we immediately started to sink down? How does that look? Yeah, that looks doable. A little bit of tearing there at the wrong angle, but that's okay. We'll just pretend we didn't see it. So let's get a non-one-way signal there, there, and there, just so that we have the new ones. So that we're all fancy. And then this will not be, this will not have catenary on it, obviously. And then we can kind of come through here, just give it a couple of those. And then I will grab some of this. A little bit bigger brush. We'll just kind of add it in where it makes sense. that. It's anywhere over here. Yeah, maybe. Just a little bit, generally. Like that. Alright, so first, the thing that we are going to do is we are going to have this conmat train. It is going to come into here instead. That train is then going to be replaced. It will be replaced, double no-hab. And then this one I am going to max out what this platform can accommodate. So we will go 470. We will go bright red. And then we will go find it. Do not know where it is. It'll be along here somewhere. And then again, maybe not. Oh, it's pulling in the station right now. With nothing in it. God. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. These trains and their audacity. One train that I am curious about, where's the tools train? Oh boy. Do we have a traffic jam? And it really appears that we do. Why? So this guy is trying to get in here. To go up here. This guy's waiting. This guy's waiting for one oil. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. So what would alleviate this issue? I mean, obviously we can just turn this guy around. Get him out of here, and that will fix pretty much the whole thing. Excuse me. However, it doesn't really change the fact that... You see, so if I put a one-way signal... One-way signal there... So that will allow this train to come in. What that does, I have no idea. Not sure if that's going to allow this train. We'll probably allow it to go through. Yep, okay. So that's kind of alleviated it to some degree. But what it doesn't do is fix this issue. Alright, what would fix this issue? So if we pause this, I'm going to rip this out. Get rid of these signals. And then get rid of this merge. And that. So if I were to grab this and pull this out so that it is far enough let me see. So what if I put, I'm going to put this merge back in like that. I'm going to put this back in like that. Now we have this big piece of track here, which I'm going to pull further down. We're going to pull that on like it was. But again, big piece of track. Actually, nope, don't like that. It's not the way that I want it. Let's get rid of that. Let's put this piece of track back in there. Alright, so we now have a big chunk of track. Like that. And now we need to get rid of these signals. Let's speed this up just so that this train gets out of the way, so I can show you what we're doing here. So we'll tie that in there. Okay, so let's get some signals. So one-way signals like this. Non-one-way signal here. Non-one-way, actually yes, one-way signal here. One-way signal here. Perfect. Yes, it's already doing what I want it to do. So it's jumping over here, and that way it will queue here. What I am going to do, let's add a rerouting line. Passing trains use their horns. Yeah, I kind of like that. I want to make sure that this train, so before it gets to Skelton in Cleveland, I want it to hit that waypoint. Because I want it to sit in this siding here before it, so that if that were to ever happen again, it's like this train waiting right now, I want it to sit in its own little siding here, waiting, so that it doesn't completely clog this whole thing again, like it just did, and shut down the whole, it literally shuts down the entire network. Alright, Skeleton Silver. What's the issue? Could not connect all stations. Why? Why? Why would that be? Alright, so you can't go back? It's a non-one-way signal. Why shouldn't you? Why can't you? Oh, there we go. Alright, that fixed it. Perfect. So now the silver train can come back here, jump back on. There should never be a clog up with the silver trains because they are just dropping off and moving on. So that should never be an issue. But anyway, let's go back over to Norton, see if we can find our brand new combat train. Here it is. It did get very slow through that turn. We will see. Let's see if it actually gains speed going up this incline. Kind of. Wow, it is actually. That's pretty awesome. I was going to say that I kind of expected it to not do that. And obviously we're in 3 times speed, so this train is moving way slower than it looks. This train's going twice as fast, but that train is moving along. Moving along, moving along. It will probably move faster than our electric train. Maybe. This one's going 40. No, this one's going to go way faster. What was I thinking? Then again, no, this is a much bigger train, much heavier train. You know, is what it is. All right, so let's see how we're handling the con map. Okay, so this train left. We still have a pretty fair amount in here. This should be like on the verge of leveling up. And let's just continue to throw more and more stone trucks at this problem. Because if we can keep the stone up, then we are cooking. Anyway, guys, this is probably going to bring us to the end of this episode. A little bit shorter than usual, but we, you know, I've taken a fairly significant hiatus from Transport Fever. I just got on a complete Timberborn kick, and just couldn't shake it, so I just had to keep going with the Timberborn. If you guys haven't checked out that series, I suggest it. I enjoy making it a lot. Anyway, please consider subscribing to the channel to stay up to date on this series as well as others. Leave a like and a comment. Check out the Patreon. You can get access to all my save files. and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Hope you guys have a great day. Thanks.